Today we're going to start a lesson on dividing with a decimal dividend. But I have a joke. Why did the math book look so sad? Because it had so many problems. That's a good one you can use at the dinner table. So today we're dividing with a decimal dividend. Remember, the dividend is the number that we're breaking up into parts. So if I took out $4.20, I could break this up into two equal groups. Each person gets $1 and $1, and then each person gets another dollar, and each person gets a dime. So I know that $4.20 divided into two groups each group would get $2.10. Maybe I wanted to divide it into three groups. So I start out with $4.20 again, and I'm going to divide it into three groups. So one person gets $1, the second person gets another dollar, the third person gets another dollar. Move this here. I have $1.20 left. I can't really break up the dollar. I can't cut it up. It's not worth anything then. I guess maybe I should take it to the bank. How many dimes is a dollar worth? Well, at the bank, they gave me 10 dimes. So now I have a total of 12 dimes. I can use the sharing method, one for each group, and share all these dimes till I'm done with the dimes. Now I had a total of 12 dimes, and I put them into three different groups. 12 divided by 3 is 4, so everyone receives $1.40. Here's another problem. I still have $4.20, and I'm going to break it up into four equal groups. One group, two group, three group, four groups. Wait a minute, I only have 20 cents. I can't split that up. I can't cut up coins. Let's take it to the bank. In the bank, I will have to exchange it for some pennies. Notice that we're only using dimes and pennies because the 10th place represents dimes and the 100th place represents pennies. So I get a total of 20 pennies. I use the sharing method again, or I could think 20 pennies divided into four groups. Each group would get 5 pennies. So each group here receives $1.05. So let's go ahead and write these problems out, and you can jot these into your notes also. First, we started out with $4.20 divided into two groups, then $4.20 divided into three groups, and $4.20 divided into four groups. We draw our bracket. Remember, the dividend goes underneath the bracket, and your divisor is on the outside. In this example, I took $4. Each group got $2. 2 times 2 is 4, and I did use all the dollars. And then we looked at the dimes. I had 2 dimes. Well, if I only have two groups, each group can have 1 dime. And I used both the dimes, so I had no money left. I didn't even have to use any pennies. I had no pennies, but I do need to have a 0 above it. So each group did receive $2.10. Notice where the decimal is. In the next example, I had $4.20. I was splitting it into three equal groups. I started with the dollars. Each group got $1, and I used 3 of them. I had $1 left. I had 2 dimes. Remember the dollar? I had to take it to the bank. I had to exchange it for dimes, and when in the end I had 12 dimes, so I could split that up into 3 equal groups. Each group got 4. I used all 12 dimes, and I had no pennies to even worry about. Notice where the decimal goes, so each group got $1.40. The last example, $4.20 divided into 4 equal groups. Each group got $1 because there were 4 groups. I used all $4, and then I had 2 dimes. I couldn't split it up, so that was the one I had to trade at the bank. And I traded it in for, didn't have any dimes, I traded in for 20 pennies. Each group got 5 pennies. I used all 20. And each group got $1.05. The big question in this lesson is, what happens to the decimal each time? Why do you think it does that? So in your notes, answer this question with a sentence, and we will review it when we get to class. Have a great day.